What's going on YouTube? It is your favorite brine vegetable on the internet, and today I'm showing you my 4-step system to getting a perfect game on Phasmo every single time. That sounds like something you're going to enjoy. Throw me a like, throw me a comment, let me know if you agree or disagree. But let's go ahead and hop into it. Alrighty, so before I ever leave the truck, the first thing I do is I always look at the board, obviously, right? So on professional, you get we're unsure. You do not know whether the spirit box responds to alone or everyone. Most people are already going to know this if you're watching this video, right? You already know you've got tasks and media you want to collect, right? So let's talk about my first trip. First thing I always grab is your thermometer, camera, and your EMF, okay? The reason I do it this way is because as I'm walking around with the thermometer checking for temperatures, which in my opinion is the most surefire way to find the ghost room, I can also be looking for the cursed object, which is a free photo, and if you get the right one, it's an easy way to locate the ghost, right? You can also be looking for the bone, right? That's 2 pictures straight off the gate, and you're not at any risk because your sanity is still really high. Now, the reason I take the EMF is in case I hear an interaction. Okay, if I hear an interaction, I can run to it with my EMF, get a 3rd picture, and I've already got 3 of my 5 photo medias before I ever leave to come back to the truck, right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to look, we're going to see where our power box is. For now, it's going to be in the basement. So then we're going to go into the house, get the power on first, okay? I like to go ahead and have my thermometer going, and I like to go ahead and grab the key because I hate annoying noises. And I'm also turning on the main lights. And remember, in professional, open doors doesn't necessarily mean that's where the ghost is, okay? And then, boom, we have the summoning circle, easy picture. And while we're down here, we're going to go ahead and look to see if we see the bone. Okay? You also want to keep an eye on where your different hides are available. Right? Especially in professional when those start getting cut down. Right? So I do not think the ghost is in the basement. It looks like that's a pretty normal temp range. So I am going to check these 2 doors first, right? We want to see what we can see. Now, I'm not spotting the bone so far. We do not have lockers in the garage. And it looks like our temp in this room is going up. Okay. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and check our kitchen. Because the kitchen area I found the bone in more often than probably anywhere else in the house. Now, you can go through here kind of any way you would like. I am going to turn off these. Oh my god. Hello. Well, that would have been a fantastic picture. Excuse me. Alright. No bone in the living room. And that really was a good EMF picture, but I did not take advantage of it. We are at 12 still. So we are trying to keep it systematic where we're only going on a, one direction trip. Now, are you going to find the bone every single time? No, you're not. That probably shouldn't be on. But it's okay. We're not worried about that right now. Right now, we're just trying to locate the ghost and get an easy EMF photo. Alright, boom! And we've got the nursery. Right? So as you can tell, we're way lower on our thermometer. Now, hopefully, we can go ahead and grab an interaction really quick. I did not mean to pick my thermometer back up. Alright, so let's see if we can grab a quick interaction from the ghost. Preferably really quick, but no big deal. Does that not count? Okay, that's cool. Now, this ghost is kind of aggressive, which isn't too big of a deal, but since he's not wanting to be interactive, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw my EMF and my camera down so that I got full hands, And we're going to run back out to the truck for trip number 2. Okay, so as you can tell, we already have 2 pieces of media, the bone and the summoning circle. The EMF will be next. And we've already got the ghost room identified, and we're at 70 sanity. Okay, now once I've identified the ghost room, I like to pop 1 sanity medication. And then I'm going to grab a crucifix, a ghostwriting book, and a dots projector, because those are kind of place it and leave it items. You don't have to worry about it. They do what they're supposed to do without you having to interact with them, right? So let's go get these placed down. Get us some security and all that good stuff. Not to mention, the earlier you can get ghostwriting down, the better. Damn it. Alright, so we've got our cross down, and we've got our book down. I'm going to see if maybe I can pick up that EMF again. That's going to be a no. Okay, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct the dots projector straight into the room. And ideally, we will get an early dots too. But you never really know. Now at this point, you can wait for a minute to see... Well, there we go. We just need 1 photo now. Oh, that's an EMF 4. Okay. So I think that means it is safe to say that we are probably not going to have EMF 5. But there's no guarantee. Okay, so now we've got 4 of our 5 photos. And where is our sanity at? Even with the event, we're still sitting at about 88, 90 sanity. And we've got 3 unique photos. We just need to detect a sound and prevent a hunt with a crucifix, both of which will be very easy. Alright, so notice we have nothing in our hands. I'm going to go ahead, get a lighter. I'm going to get UV, spirit box, and a camera. Okay? Now this way, most of our main evidence is already accounted for in the room. Right? After this is when I start doing consumables. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our camera here. Oh, not right there. Right here. Come on. There we go. Alright, we've got the spirit box and we've got our UV. We do want to go ahead and check to see if there are any fingerprints on the windows and or light switches. Typically there won't be, because he's not going to flip the light twice while you're gone. Alright, so we're going to throw that on the ground. We'll do something with that in a minute when we have salt. But for now, we need to check spirit box. Where are you? How old are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? How old are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Alright, so I did not get a spirit box response immediately. That does not mean that there won't be one. It just means that he was not ready to talk to me. We do have ghost orbs, though. That is an easy video every single time. Alright, so recap. We've got ghost orbs and we've got ghost writing. That brings it down to a mare, revenant, or a Thay. Okay? So the revenant and the Thay are definitely more dangerous, in my opinion. Okay, so the Thay, early on in the hunt, they're really fast. But once you've spent a lot of time with them in the ghost room, they tend to slow down, become less aggressive, so on and so forth. Right? Revenants, if you don't already know, when they don't know where you're at, they run at about 1.5 meters per second, which is much slower than a normal ghost. Right? But once it detects where you are, its speed doubles to 3 meters per second. So it's very easy to tell a revenant from its footsteps alone during a hunt. And then with a mare, what you're looking for is a special ability. And this is only if you're doing 2 evidence. Obviously, if you have 3 evidence, then you'll be fine. But with the mare, it will automatically flip a light switch off for its special ability after you've flipped it on. All right, it's the only ghost that can do that other than the Mimic. We all know how I feel about the Mimic. Now, based on what we've got here, dots would be a Thay, so we can check on that. EMF is not going to happen, so I was right. We will not have EMF at all. UV is not going to happen. So we are looking for freezing temperatures for a Revenant, Spirit Box for a Mare, dots for a Thay. Okay? Now, I have a lot of trouble with the Spirit Box personally. It doesn't like me. It doesn't like doing what I tell it to do. That's fine. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to double check dots and freezing. Right? That way we can rule out Thay and Revenant as soon as possible. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back out to the truck. And ideally, this would be our next to last trip, because we still have to come in, we have to get our candle lights, our motion sensors, and the other media that we need to do. But I would really like to check out and see if we can catch some form of dots. And you can always go in and put the second dots projector up, but it's not always necessary. And remember, when you're playing solo, the more time you're in the house, the more dangerous it becomes. So if you can check it from the truck, you probably should. Now, I'm not getting any kind of dots reactions so far, so I'm feeling like it's not a Thay. All right, we haven't seen it yet. If we haven't seen it yet, we're probably not going to, but we don't know. Our sanity is still relatively high. We're still pretty safe in the grand scheme of things. So our next trip in, I want to take some salt, candle, motion sensor. Okay? Because we've already got our protection down, we should be fine. And remember, we only need one photo left, so we can get the crucifix burning, or we can get a ghost photo. But for now, I'd really like to get a disturbed salt video. Because again, it can't be UV, it's really not worth checking for. But if we get the disturbed salt, the motion sense, and the firelight, we're up to 4 videos. We only need 1 video, 1 photo, and the 3 audio. Right? So let's go ahead and start trying to get all this prepped up while our sanity is still high. Okay, so let's get the light on. We want to do salt last because its setup is a lot more of a pain, in my opinion. I think I got the salt. Got the motion. And once it blows out the firelight, we've got the firelight. And if we really want to be cheeky, we can throw the other book in here and get the ghost writing. Usually you can do that from the truck where it's safe. Thing with the candle though, every time I've missed it. So if I try to run out to the truck, by the time I make it to the monitor, it's too late. They've already blown the fire out. All right, so just to recap, we've got 4 photos, we've got 4 videos, we've got no audio, and we're not sure of the ghost yet because I did not check temps when we went back in there because I wanted to kind of do the recap of where we are. All right, so since we don't need the motion sensor, we already got it, let's go out. We're going to double check our sanity. We shouldn't have dropped any, really, in the little bit of time we were in there. Yeah, it did not. So at this point, I would bring in the sound recorder, Sage, and probably a second camera or the dots, but I don't think we need it this time, so I'm going to grab the parabolic to take care of this task. All right. Now, I know that this is a little more than 4 trips, but basically the 4 trips are to get set up for success early on in the run. Because you're going to have to make more than 4 trips to the truck, especially on a solo round. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So, what we need are a couple of audios, one video, and parabolic. Let's go ahead and try to get the parabolic. All right. Now, you never know. I like to play around and, talk crap to the ghost a lot. So some of you might not be comfortable with that. That's perfectly fine. But me, I like to poke at it if it doesn't give me a response in a quick enough time. But that's mainly because most of the time I'm making content, right? Nobody wants to sit here and watch me go. Right? So, we're not getting a parabolic yet, okay? That's perfectly fine, because what we can do is we can relight this. Was that dots? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm pretty positive. But we don't have freezing either. Interesting. So let's go ahead and try to get our firelight audio real quick, just because it's the easiest audio to grab. It's guaranteed. And since we're right here over the crucifix, if it is a Thay and it does try to hunt, we should be okay. Should. He's not very active, though. I hope he didn't leave. I mean, it was still 3.7, so... But this is probably one of the more time-consuming ones, in my opinion, is the audio. Which is why I usually tackle it last. But, don't want to... There it goes. Wonderful. Perfect. Okay, so you can go. I'm going to check our parabolic again. Nothing? Nothing at all. Okay. Now, as you see, I'm trying to check most things as we're going. Oh, I didn't have it soon enough. Damn. Oh, that's about right. So, we did not have freezing. That's a little worrying. Okay. So, we can try the spirit box again. Where are you? How old are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? And it's not even reading my voice. So chances are it might be a spirit box and I'm just scuffed, which is always a lot of fun. And that can happen. I don't know what causes it, but if we don't... Oh, we got dots. It's a Thay. Wonderful! Okay, so now that we know what it is, we're going to go ahead and step out. We're going to mark our dots and circle the Thay. Now, we have spent quite a bit of time in that room with it, so chances are it's not very quick yet. Or anymore. Sorry, wrong word. So, at this point, we should be relatively safe. However, you've always got to be careful. Okay? And then if we look at our overview, we still have to detect a paranormal sound, and we got to prevent a haunt. Don't you get uppity, sir. Wait. Yeah, sir. Okay, so at this point, we want to go double check our sanity one more time. And we are still in the 80% range. So, honestly, we're kind of perfect. We're at a really good spot here. So I'm going to grab our other crucifix and get it placed. We've already got our sage, just in case. And that's really all we need from the truck at this point. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the ghostwriting book and I'm just going to throw it in there. I'm not going to place it yet because I'm not ready to try and catch that video. Alright. So, let's go back in. We're going to just throw you. And there's no need to check that anymore. That we don't need anymore. That still needs, but we really need our parabolic too. So ideally, with us being 80 in our sanity, we can sit here long enough without too much problem so that we can get that parabolic and knock it out, get it out of the way. This is probably my least favorite, is the audio options, but it's really not that bad, right? Like, it could be much worse. Now, remember with a Thay, it can hunt pretty early. So what we could do is we could actually stand here, and we might be able to hear it if it goes off saying something. Do I know for sure? No, I've never tried it, but it's something to try out in, in some free time. That count? It did. Wonderful! So now we need to get our sounds, a photo, and a video. Photo is pretty easy at this point because we know it's dots. Hello. So really, that's why I'm trying to get the sound instead at this point. No. I don't want the door closed. Thank you. And what we can do is we can go out to the truck and get the video pretty easily. All we got to do is kill the lights on the way out. So I'm not too worried about that one quite yet. And there's also, of course, the book. Whichever would happen first, right? So we're still not getting any sounds. In that case, we're going to do this. And I'm going to try to make it out to the truck in time so that we can get that video, knock our videos out so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh no, I can't see the book. Well, looks like we're trying to get a dots video. Let me try and grab that, and I will be right back. Alrighty. Well, that sounds about right. Sometimes it takes forever to do things this way, but again, it is the safest, so it's kind of a give and take. It depends on if you're on a time crunch. Now, if you are on a time crunch, there is a little bit of a faster way, but it's also dangerous. So what we're going to do, as you can see, we're at 80%. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take another sanity medication because, worst case scenario, we do have the summoning circle and we can just get our picture there, right? But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab our other dots projector and I'm going to stick it on the other wall so that we have a stronger coverage of the entire room. That way, I can just snatch the video camera up, get the video, and then I can follow it with a camera. Alright, so let's try and do that really quickly, knock it out, get it done with, so that we can go ahead and finish this video up. So we place it down. Now in smaller rooms, this is perfect. In larger rooms, not really so much. It's not great because you never know. Alright, so there's our video. Now we just need a photo. We can get a good photo. We will be perfect. Boom. Just like that. And now we've got all of our video evidence, all of our photo evidence, and all we need are 2 new sounds. Okay? Now, sounds, they definitely take a little bit of time getting, just like the rest of it. So, kind of be patient, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plan, okay? So, for our sound recordings, right, we can do the burn crucifix, which probably isn't going to happen, right? We can catch a normal paranormal sound, which is entirely possible. Or we can prep these, because we need 2. And we can prep the summoning circle, we can snatch an audio recording from that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now, the thing about the sound recorder is as long as you have it in your hand, you can tell anytime that a sound is available to be gotten. And the little jumpy lines will tell you where you need to go, right? That scared me a little bit. All right, see? Right here. Oh. Well, he's not happy at all, is he? Okay, so now we've got that. We've got a sage. And we've got a lighter. All right. Now, the thing about this is, if you throw it on the ground and pick it back up, it's on as long as you had it on. All right. Now, if we do this, 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 and then this one. Oh, damn it. I missed it. Well, that would be a good one. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. Because we ran away, we're fine. Everything's fine. Alright? So when the lights go out, because this is going to be a cursed hunt, you'll know you're safe, right? And now that our sanity is going to be drained, we can just grab a a crucifix burning. And we'll be perfectly fine. Yeah. So a cursed hunt is 40 seconds. So, I mean, with it being all the way in the basement, I highly doubt it's going to make its way here. Oh, maybe. We've got our sage ready. No big deal. No reason to be scared. Boom, just like that. Right? So now, we need to run out here. I need to grab the other sound recorder because I don't feel like going all the way back down to the basement. And our sanity is absolutely tanked. So we shouldn't have any kind of problem getting that burnt crucifix. And that'll knock us out, get us ready to leave. So let me go grab that, and we'll be back. There it is. Just like that. And now we're good to go. Perfect. And let's go ahead, get back home. We do have the Thay circled, and you always want to go back and make sure that you don't have any duplicate evidence. So we're all good on sounds, all good on video, all good on photo. That's a really good dots photo. Anyway, let's get out of here. All right. And there you have it. That is the pickle system. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if this helped you out, let me know. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. But y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.